Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to unusual foods you'd have for breakfast around the world. And yeah, I mean, my typical breakfast right now is bagels, to be honest. I'm just having bagels. Sometimes I'm having like eggs and sausages. Sometimes I'm just having butter. I've not got much of an appetite recently, so I'm not eating as much as I was eating before. Before I was trying to have like a sandwich for breakfast along with a yogurt, and the thought of that makes me feel sick. But yeah, that's my breakfast. Now let's see the breakfast you people are having, or these people are having. But yeah, we're gonna check this out. I don't know how like on point this actually will be. I assume it's probably not gonna be 100%. Some people will disagree, but I'm just here to see. But yeah, let's jump into this. Hopefully, going to enjoy. And let me know what you had for breakfast on the day that you've watched this reaction. Yeah, maybe you're having breakfast right now. But yeah, let's jump into this.
In India, some people have tasty chickpea and tomato curry for breakfast. It's also accompanied by puri, deep-fried flat bread. Try to say that fast.
Curry for breakfast. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like a curry, although I'm a very British curry. I don't really like the spice. But a curry for breakfast and a chickpea curry. I don't really like chickpeas, I'm going to be honest. I like them in falafel, that's it. I don't really like chickpeas, but it's Indian food, so I assume it's good.
It's hollow in the middle and gets puffed up with steam when it's heated up. Some South Africans eat putu pap for breakfast. It's a sort of oatmeal, but it's made from maize and water. This dish can be eaten throughout the day, but if you're having it for breakfast, it's paired with milk and sugar.
Okay.
Senegalese coffee is nothing like a tall Americano. The powder they use to brew this drink is made from coffee beans, grains of saline pepper, and cloves. It's way
Sorry if I just burped into the mic.
spicier than the good old pumpkin spice latte and gives you way more energy. Over in Morocco,
Fair enough.
people prefer drinking mint tea. For breakfast,
My girlfriend loves mint tea. I don't mind it as well, to be fair. I didn't like it before, but I've gotten used to it, and I do actually quite enjoy it.
they grab a couple of freshly cooked flatbreads. They're layered and can be served with jam or honey, but sometimes you can find one stuffed with veggies or
Ooh.
even meat.
Too
The
shabby.
chickpea soup called lablani is a
Chickpea
typical
soup.
breakfast dish in Tunisia. It can be pretty spicy
Keep that away
thanks
from
to
me.
all the onion, cumin, and herbs they cook it with. You might get a poached egg on the side if you're lucky. In Nigeria and some neighboring countries, people have fried bean cakes for breakfast. The main ingredients are black-eyed peas spiced up with dried chili, fresh onions, and fresh red chili pepper. These cakes
Red
are
hot chili
deep-fried and
peppers.
are a popular street food. Korean breakfasts are usually pretty
This is going to be good. Oh, this is going to be good.
filling. They're made up of many banchan, which are
Maybe not.
basically side
Is
dishes.
it pickled?
There's kimchi,
So I don't like kimchi, but I assume other side dishes are good. Anyway, I'm going to stop pausing. Sorry.
a sort of fermented cabbage, a rolled omelet, marinated veggies, and jun, a sort of pancake. Wow. A Japanese breakfast can seem a bit more like lunch or dinner in other countries. You know, soup, rice, salmon, even pickled veggies. In Jamaica, people eat saltfish and ackee for breakfast. Ackee is a exotic fruit similar to lychee with a soft and creamy texture. One more tiny detail, it's kind of illegal in the US. It's mostly because the seeds
It looks like a snail. A weird snail, but it's a very strange looking fruit.
are toxic, but you can eat the flesh safely as long as it's fully ripe. Better know the difference.
Jeez.
Maybe the world's craziest breakfast sandwich ever comes from the Netherlands. They have sandwiches with candy sprinkles.
Oh, I've seen this. I mean, come on, man. I can't talk. I'm from Britain, right? We're going to probably be on this list and it's going to be terrible, but just get a croissant or something.
On them. Right, it's just sprinkles on top of buttered bread. Hagelslag, as it's called, means hailstorm, and it comes in various flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and fruit.
Fair enough.
A German breakfast might seem kind of
Some
heavy
sort of
if you're
sausage.
used to just having a bowl of oatmeal.
Oh.
We're talking bread rolls, an assortment of cheeses and meats,
There
and
we
if
go.
need be, they can top it off with an egg or two.
Oh, so it's kind of like a German English breakfast, just a bit healthier, I guess, because it's got. I mean, it looks the same, to be honest. Although, what's the difference between these two sausages? I don't really understand.
Coffee is the drink of choice to wash down this hearty meal. Oatmeal lovers, head to Finland. The traditional breakfast of this wonderful country consists of oatmeal they call puuru. It's served with fresh or sometimes frozen berries, sugar, and milk. The Italian breakfast is definitely not the main meal of the day. They might grab a cornetto, which is basically a croissant, maybe with a sweet filling, and a cappuccino. By the way, Italians usually only drink cappuccinos in the morning. And if you ever order a latte in Italy, you'll get a glass of milk. What we call latte in English is a cafe latte in Italy.
Oh.
Muesli is enjoyed all over the world, but especially
That's not muesli.
in Switzerland.
Can I be honest?
A typical breakfast muesli consists of
There we go.
oat flakes, raisins, dried fruits, nuts, usually mixed together with yogurt. In Sweden, people eat typical breakfast sandwiches called smörgås.
So it's like cream cheese with fish. I mean, I don't mind cream cheese on this. I'll have this for breakfast happily. With, I would say not fish. Actually, I say not fish. Actually, salmon, smoked salmon. This just looks a bit too live, but it's probably very good.
It's a generously buttered slice of bread with some sort of topping. It can be ham, fish, or cheese, and it usually has some cucumbers, lettuce, or tomatoes thrown on there. Many
Enough,
people
fresh.
like it with hard-boiled eggs. People in Sweden are crazy about filter coffee. It tastes so good. The French breakfast is perfect for bread lovers. They have a full range of yummy breads and buns, and yup, they got that croissant thing that most people can't pronounce right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, did I nail it? Maybe put a little French honk on it. Croissant. Get yourself some plain bread and some butter and jam on top, or opt for pain au chocolat. The most common drink is coffee, but many people prefer juice instead.
Who eats a croissant with? Don't make me sick. No one eats a croissant with their fucking knife and fork. Like, you're making more of a mess than you'd be able to make without using a knife. I don't. Oh, God, this is pissing me off.
An Argentinian breakfast
Oh, we're skipping. We're not even going to the UK, are we? Because we've now left Europe.
can be similar to the French one. They have pastries and coffee for breakfast too. Medialunas, which is half moon in English, look a whole lot like croissants. They're just a bit smaller and sweeter. If you're not a fan of sweet pastries, grab a piece of toast called a tostada. And if coffee isn't your thing, just have a glass of orange juice. Yogurt, cereals, and eggs are mostly reserved for tourists. If you ever want to try traditional Mexican breakfast, cook chilaquiles. Cut a bunch of corn tortillas into pieces and simmer them in salsa. The tortillas get a bit soft. Next, add some fixins. Avocado, soft cheese, even chicken. Put some rice and beans on the side and buen provecho.
Actually looks very nice, to be honest.
Want something lighter? Mexico has awesome pastries. There's one that's shaped like a shell, and one that looks like two ears stuck together. A Peruvian breakfast looks really exotic for those who've never been there. One of the traditional dishes is tacacho con cecina. Hope I got that right. It's basically roasted plantain with bits of pork. It's a popular type of street food, too. The two most important things for a Brazilian breakfast are bread and, not exactly a toughie, coffee. The favorite kind of bread for many Brazilians is the French roll, which should be generously buttered before eating and might be followed by a few cold cuts. Tropical fruits like papaya aren't exotic at all in Brazil, so don't be surprised to see them on your table when you travel to Rio. Colombians have dozens of cool breakfast recipes. In Bogota, the capital, you can find changua, which is egg and milk soup with cilantro and stale bread softened in the broth.
Stale bread softened in the broth? What? Why would you have stale bread? Is it a way to save food? Or is stale bread just another way of saying bread that you put in the toaster and you just let it sit for a bit so it cools, that it's cold basically? Is that what he means? Because if that's the case, then understandable. I guess that's what he means, because you look at this, it's toasted.
Another hearty dish is a calentando, made of reheated rice or bean leftovers, served with sausages, avocado, and eggs.
Ooh.
In Costa Rica, people usually eat rice and beans for breakfast too. Surprise, surprise. Unlike in Colombia, Costa Ricans grill plantains. They're like bananas, but a lot less sweet, instead of sausages. Drinks are
Wait, I was thinking to myself, why are they saying plantains when they're cooking sausages? These are actually plantains. What the hell?
instead of sausages. Drinks are simple, coffee or
See, I've never got on the coffee hype. Everyone loves coffee other than me. I thought, actually, my girlfriend doesn't like coffee. I mean, she doesn't not like it. She doesn't drink it. I hope I stay that way because, I mean, maybe like the older I get and like getting into different jobs in life and you need like, more energy, I'll probably just get into it, right? Because it's one of those things that people who work, get up early in the morning, will drink. When I get up early, I just don't tend to drink it. It's just a habit that I've not got into, but maybe one day, who knows?
Or juice. Getting hungry yet? One more country where rice for breakfast is super common is Malaysia. The way they make it is really cool though. It's cooked in coconut milk and served with a variety of side dishes. It can be a boiled egg, a cucumber, anchovies, or even peanuts.
Peanuts?
Eggs in the form of an omelet and cake filling, deep-fried dough sticks softened in warm soy milk, twisted pancakes stuffed with veggies. If any of that sounds yummy to you, you should try a Taiwanese breakfast at least once. Wash it down with a variety of warm soy milks. There's plain or black, which is milk seasoned with sesame powder and peanuts. A Hong Kong breakfast wouldn't be complete without its very own milk tea. It's all about the technique they use to brew it. The soft-looking cloth that filters it is really thick. When the black tea finally comes out the other end, don't forget to add some evaporated milk and sugar to get that authentic creamy flavor. Now, don't get this one wrong. If you see sausages, eggs, and roasted meat for breakfast, it doesn't mean it's an English breakfast. Take a closer look. See that rice? Sweet bacon marinated in brown sugar and soy sauce, and a cup of hot chocolate.
Yes, I can get behind that.
Welcome to the Philippines.
Well, the hot chocolate for breakfast. Hot chocolate's like a late night thing. I've not had hot chocolate for ages, but it's like a late night thing. Winter nights, have a hot chocolate whilst watching a film or something. Having a hot chocolate in the morning does not float my boat, but I can get behind it because I just love chocolate. But
and enjoy your meal. It's scrumptious. If you ever travel to
where the hell is this? I mean, it's Indonesia, but where? This looks mental. What the fuck?
Indonesia, don't miss your chance to try some black rice coconut milk based porridge for breakfast. Disclaimer, it's actually not black, it's more purple. It's called, I'm gonna try this, bubur khitan hitam.
With fruit?
Was I even close? This stuff is especially yummy when topped with sliced bananas and cinnamon. They also have papeda, an oatmeal thing made of sago flour. It's starchy, sticky, and looks like pudding, or slime. People in Myanmar are used to eating a hearty breakfast soup called mohinga.
Oh, I could get behind this. This looks nice.
It's bursting with flavor. It has ginger, fish paste, lime juice, chili pepper, cilantro, and onions. The soup's made with catfish and even has noodles in it.
I want to try catfish one day because it's so popular around so many places. I've never had it before.
Salty, sweet, spicy, and sour, all at the same time. If there was a contest for the biggest breakfast in the world, the Irish would take the grand prize.
What did the Irish have for breakfast?
Just think, a traditional Irish breakfast has bacon, white pudding, black pudding, hash browns, fried eggs or scrambled eggs, a couple of sausages, beans, and probably some fried liver. Already figured out how to burn up all those calories?
Damn, well there we go. Breakfasts around the world. Obviously, I feel like these are breakfasts that the countries are known for, but they're not necessarily breakfasts people will have every day. Could be wrong, but I'm an Indian and I think we drink milk tea before any breakfast. I mean, almost every Indian, not all Indians, and mainly some teens prefer coffee upon tea, chai. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this reaction. If you're from these countries, let me know if this is true or if this is not true in terms of the breakfasts that you have in your country. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, I subscribe. Peace.